grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Hello everybody, it's Joe, and I am doing a cooking show today, because why the fuck not? Boo! Booyah! Can't say none of that. I love making stuff. I love having a life. I enjoy building it, actively building it, and one of those things is making it. Everyone has different stuff they like, but everything I do is so I can create a life that I enjoy and I want to live. So I might as well make stuff. This is the thing I used to use to make ghee, but because the farmer's market's closed, that's on hold. I made some for myself. Right over here. Look at that. I've also made some CBD ghee as well. CBD, get it? CBD. Smoking some CBD flower and putting the extra on here and then straining it out. This has a lot of CBD in it. Don't know how much. I can't sell that because it's not regulated or whatever. But this is the, I cook a lot of bacon. I'm a horrible Jew. And I also cook a lot of burgers and stuff and ground beef. And this is the saved fat from the beef and bacon. And it keeps forever. And I just keep it in the fridge. And I'm actually melting some more from some bacon I made. I'm gonna strain that and pour that in. But I'm gonna melt that in my cast iron. I have 2 cast irons, but that one over there I need to clean. This one is ready to go for the most part. So, but you have to hold it with one of these, otherwise it's gonna burn y'all fingers. You don't want it to burn y'all fingers. If it burns y'all fingers, that ain't no good, ho. So I'm making pasta. Give me a moment. Pasta. Oh yeah. So I quit Amazon recently for a couple of reasons. One, it was getting super stressful to wake up that early, and 2, it was only worth it during the peak period, and the peak period is just about over. So I got my last paycheck today, which was several $100s more than I thought it would be, which I was very happy about, because I'm really good at managing my money and figuring out how much money's going to come in. And I made a mistake, but I made a mistake in the right way, where I thought less was going to come in and more came in, which is great. So I put almost all of it in savings, and then paid a ton off my credit card, and I still had a lot left over, which is really nice. And so I just, oh man, and it's hot. And so I decided to get some nice food for myself. So I got this I got a couple days ago, but it's grass-fed and finished beef, ground beef. I was gonna make like a stir fry with it, but then I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience yesterday with Tony Hinchcliffe, and they were talking about pasta, and I'm like, oh, my mouth is watering now. Let me make some pasta for myself. So I'm gonna make some really. I really need to get another camera. I need to get another camera so that I could have one up here and then one down there. Let me see if I could have a better angle, which has everything. Kind of has a little bit of my face. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, baby. So I got some. Oh shit. Got some campari, tomatoes, and savory pizza blend. Portobellos. Baby bellas. That's what I said. And shiitake and baby bella mushrooms. Yes. Amazing stuff. That's going to go in the pasta sauce, which is Pioneer Woman. She's strong like me. Ha-ha. I'm having fun with this, aren't I? I'm having too much fun. Somebody come, the fun police need to make me stop having fun. Ha-ha. Yar. I need to have like a... I'm a good parrot with my bald head. It's like I have an eye patch. Maybe I should cook Maybe I should have the pirate cooking show. Argy mateys. We're gonna be Italian today. On the shores of Italy. And then I got basil. Basil. I fucking love basil. It is my favorite herb. I only like it fresh, really. Oh, I got new little head shavy thingy. I don't know which video is gonna go out first. I filmed a video of me unboxing it and opening it. Maybe I'll edit that and put it up and see what happens. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, I mean, having my head shaved is a lot of time saved. And this is like a really cool, like, it's like a palm thing. You go, and then it's done, and then you like wash it. It's really easy. And so that will help me have more time in my life so I can enjoy it more. So yeah, everything goes back to one reason. I love it. I love it. It's kind of nice to be clear about why I do things. I've made it a priority, and I've been looking for clarity for so long, and I think I found, oh, this smells amazing. I think I found it. So I splurged. This was $2 more than the ragu. Oh, Prego, ragu, like, oh, whatever that was. It was like, Prego was like $1.50. This is like $2.50. $1 more. Oh my God, it's $1 more. That's one thing that I think is really silly. Is having an you know, if you don't have the money to pay for something, great. You know, don't buy it. Of course, you need to live under your means. But if something's like $2.50 versus $1.50, it'll make you a lot happier. And you have the money, buy it. Just buy it. Like, I think it's really, really silly how people are like, oh my God, I need to save all the money. Sure, if you're not making much, go ahead. I think that's a good idea if you have to do that to live under your means. But if you're making, if like $1's not gonna mean the difference between having enough food or not, or paying rent or not, just buy it. I think it's really silly how people do that, and I think it's kind of harmful because part of life is enjoying it. You got to enjoy the smells. Amazing. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Y'all can join me for my journey. Learn from me. I'm not perfect. It's really freeing to say I'm not perfect. I would say I focus on this a lot, and I focused on it really since I was a kid. On living authentically, first of all, and then living enjoyably. And all that stuff put together makes me, I would say I'm a couple steps ahead of a lot of people. Now, sure, a lot of people are a couple steps ahead of me, but I would say I'm in the top 5-10% of people who are thinking and deciding and figuring out how to enjoy life, no matter what life throws at them. So, might as well make content about it, since I've been thinking about it for so long. Oh my goodness! If you're asking me how I get these gains, I really don't do much. It's just my body. Sorry. I mean, I eat well, but sometimes I don't. I go on big sugar binges. But although I run a lot, so like my calves, whoa, monster calves. I've gotten so many compliments on these. I haven't been wearing shorts that often, but now I'm starting to wear them because I want people to see my calves. I once had this friend with, you know, she gave me health insurance. We had benefits. So every now and then she'd give me like a health insurance card and maybe like time off. It's pretty cool if you catch my, my drift. But one day we were hanging out. Nice. And she said, "Oh my God, Joe, you should make an Instagram for your calves." And that was the weirdest compliment I've ever gotten. I mean, it was a great compliment, but I didn't know what to think about it, to be quite honest. So I said thank you, and then I made an Instagram for my calves. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember the password, and it's gotten like locked because I tried to get back into it, and I think I used like I think I used an alias to create it, and I'm not in control of that domain anymore. So unfortunately, I can't sign into the Instagram to post more things, although what I should probably do is buy that domain again and then create the alias just so I can get access to this account. Fucking awesome. The handle is sacrificial calves, which is just fucking perfect. And I put like 3 or 4 photos up there for funsies. But she was right. I should make an Instagram for my calves, so I did. Alright. Putting the, well, let me show you the grass-finished beef. Hey Google, set the kitchen brightness to 100%. Maybe it's at 100. Hey Google, set the kitchen color to bright white. I don't know if she hears me. It's way upstairs. I want to get a HomePod just because I have other Apple products, and it would make sense. So, I'm part of the clan, the cult of Apple. It used to be the cult of, what's his face? Jobs, but now it's the cult of Steve Cook. Steve Cook! I'm Joe Cook now. Alright, check this out. I put some of the, Baby Bella / shiitake mushrooms in here. And now I have the beef, and it is saturated with beef. Look at all that. All that beef. Beef. And mushrooms, and I'm going to cut up some of the tomatoes and put the tomatoes in here. Oh man, look at that. I got some tips. A guy went on the Passion Unchained podcast, which I'm just going to have everything be the Spotted Joe. And it's just so confusing to me for me to have more than one name. And I used to care so much about the name. I think that was just me being scared of what people are going to think about all this, and that was my excuse to myself to not put myself out there so much. It's like, oh my god, what are people going to think? Oh! But in the end, it really didn't matter that much. I mean, think about this. There's Goo Goo Dolls, right? That is probably the worst name for a band with dudes in it. But the thing is, they have boss-ass music. Goo Goo Dolls have boss-ass music. You can't deny that they have some of the best 90s music ever. I fucking love the Goo Goo Dolls, but I hate their name. So I'm thinking about, well, I'm worrying so much about my name. I want my name to be perfect. And I still might change it at some point because sometimes I get into that mood. It's like, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I'm going to worry so much. But really, I'm not worrying about the name. I'm worrying more about the what people think. And that's an issue because, I mean, I should care about what people think, but I should care more about what I'm putting out there and how congruent it is, what it means to me. Because the more congruent I am in myself, the cooler, the more authentic my content will be, and then the more people will like it. Not everybody, but then again, I'll never have everybody like my content. So why should I try to make everybody like my content? Maybe I should try for the people who love my content to love it more, because I love it, and then I'm also enjoying my life more, and that's something I have control over. So, it's a process, man. It's a process. You didn't think you were going to get some philosophy, did you? Well, you don't know me. It's interesting because a lot of people think philosophy is just like, ooh, existentialism. But in reality, the best philosophy is like instructions on how to live life. Like, I guess the Bible, which is pretty much like a self-help book. It's like the first self-help book. Jesus was like, you know how I'm going to get a following? I'm going to make a self-help empire. And so he did. And that is why we have the church today. Alright, look at this. Dicing up the tomatoes. I need to get better knives. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I'm so excited to eat this at the end. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be so good. Oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. And the basil, oh my god, the basil's gonna make it taste so good. Oh. Campari tomatoes. Oh my god. That tastes very flavorful. You know how you get those Roma tomatoes which are like yellow and disgusting? They're like barely ripe. I don't mean like the yellow ones that are supposed to be yellow, like the heirloom tomatoes. I mean like the ones that are like, they're obviously not supposed to be yellow. Like they're not ripe yet. Sometimes you get like a Roma tomato that's like white, you know? And that's just disgusting. I don't like that. I don't like that! That ain't no good! That ain't no good, son. That ain't no good. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, so flavorful. It's got this nice sourness to it. I should have probably tasted it more before I put things in it. But, screw it. Screw it, it's too late for that. Alright. These are tomatoes. Like you eat tomatoes nowadays because everything's so mass produced that they just don't. A lot of produce has lost its flavor, which is unfortunate. I mean, I think it's better to feed everybody and have less hunger, and for everything to be less, you know, for things to be less flavorful. I think it's ultimately a good thing, but in the end, there are some trade-offs. You know, for us to produce so much food, unfortunately, some of the flavor of the produce. Dude, when I went to Colombia, the eggs were like orange, slightly orange, and the butter. And this is like stuff that was like nicely packaged. You know, big local brands where they were, you know, churning out eggs like crazy at the local supermarket. Like not like a local eggs, like supermarket eggs. And the butter was like slightly orange, and I would just cook 2 eggs every morning, and oh my god, it was everything was so flavorful. It was like, this is really what butter's supposed to be. These are what eggs are supposed to be. And what I've gotten over here in America, those aren't eggs. It was the same realization I had when I went to France and had a croissant. Like in France, like in Paris, in Paris. Quand tu visites une café en Paris, man, I'm rusty on my French. Compret. No, that's comprar is Spanish. Man, I forgot. Acheter. Et quand tu acheter une croissant, c'est différent du croissant en États-Unis. C'est très différent. Okay, I'm sorry if I butchered that up. It's been a while since I spoke French, and I really need to practice more. But basically, the croissants in France are croissants. And when you've had a croissant in France, and then you go back to the U.S. and you're like, I've never had a croissant before. Even if you've had like 50 a day here, you come to the realization that you've never had a croissant. When you have a croissant in France for the first time, that's what you realize. It's so, oh my god, it's like, it's another level. It's like when you have a bagel and then a donut. It's like, wait. I've had something that looks like this, but hold on. That's not what it is. Or if you have like gas station, you go to a gas station that has like, what do you call it? Chicken tenders, and then you go to Raising Cane's. It's like, wait, hold up. These aren't the same thing. I know they look like the same thing, but they're not the same thing. Oh my god, there's so much basil. Basil! Thank you, basil. I like thanking my food because it didn't choose to be harvested. Who knows how it feels about this? It's nourishing me, so the molecules in it. That's another crazy thing, is that your molecules, the atoms, the actual stuff that makes you up, changes. Like, you know, one cell might die and be recycled, and then it's replaced by another cell which is made up from stuff you just ate. So like that tomato becomes you, but like then what are you? If you aren't the stuff that you're made up of, then what are you? And I think the answer to that is you are the idea. You are like the consciousness that inhabits the cells, because the cells change, the cells die, the atoms, like one of the atoms of oxygen, well, that's going to leave my body, and then it's going to be replaced, and then, you know, over 7 years, I think the estimate is, every single thing in your body is replaced by new stuff. Like, you are a completely new person, but the consciousness that inhabits your body is the same. So it's like the light that is on, that, you know, the camera that is on inside your mind is the thing that stays the same, even though every single thing that's in your body has been replaced by another version of the same thing. It's kind of mind-blowing, man. I'm gonna taste this and see how it is with all the basil and stuff. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Check this out. Wow. So many flavors. Oh my god. Wow. Oh baby. Oh, it is so good. Alright. That is just absolutely perfect. Now, I need oh hey, what's up? Hold on, I'm gonna stop this. Hey, so the maintenance man came, and I had him try some of the sauce, and he was like, oh my god, that is so good. So he likes it, which is really cool. Oh, there's a spoon in here. He likes it. So I put it in here. Ta-da! And that way I have this free, because I only have one, unfortunately. I'm going to put some of the Utah sea minerals so that it boils faster, because this is pretty much just really, really, really concentrated salt water. And he's coming back with some kind of, what do you call it? Some kind of sheet. So that, because he saw the thing I was making. I'm making this thing with a sheet. And he wanted to, there's somebody that left a sheet somewhere that he wanted to see if I wanted. So I'm going to boil this water and then keep you informed of what's going on. See you soon. Alright, well it's done. I'm going to go wash some pasta a little bit, cool it down, and garnish up a plate. Alright, this is the time I've been waiting for. So many layers of flavor. I love it. Really came out well.